Hello everyone, my name is Pawan Tanay Tripathi from 4th year Computer Science Engineering of ABS Institute of Technology. Here we are presenting our project, a research on handwritten sentence recognition, along with my teammate Naman Bhardwaj. It is under the guidance of Mr. Avinash Kumar Sharma. So, handwritten sentence recognition, as we know, is a huge problem in today's huge problem in our today's scenario because of the fact that we have so many documents and so many handwritten papers lying around, and we don't have enough resources to keep all of them intact. Each day we write on a lot of piece of papers, and we don't have the opportunity to save them at a nice place so we can revisit them or revise them again and again. So basically, we can say that manually transcribing so much data, it's such a arduous process that we can't maintain each file and each paper that we write each day. Automating this whole process in a way that we can just click a photo of the paper and that manually translate to a piece of text in your phone or a laptop, maybe that could be a great way of saving those information that we have just jotted down. So this recognition would be based on some machine learning models that we will need to develop, and that recognition could run offline or online. It can be done in both the ways. We have gone for the offline one right now because we don't have the resources to go over the cloud for the machine learning models. So basically, the whole machine learning model will be based on the fact that the model is trained over a specific user's handwriting, and we can then generalize that model to other handwritings as well by making the model learn through a large amount of data. So each person writes with different kinds of strokes, and their I's and E's, each alphabets is a different for each person. And the model needs to go through all of those data to get the best accuracy possible. So some steps involved in no particular order is mentioned in the last point in the slide as well. It's a pre-processing, segmentation, classification, recognition, feature extraction, and with many steps in between as well. So coming to the next slide, the whole point of solving this problem was removal of the arduousness of this recognition of text from handwritten resources. So in our literature survey, we had gone through majorly, we have considered these three papers. The first one is handwritten text recognition using deep learning. So this paper establishes that they have utilized a convolutional neural network with various architectures just to classify words, but and they have also utilized LSTM as well as segmented characters for CNN classification. While on the second research paper, they have utilized CNN to classify handwritten digits instead of just characters. While the previous one utilized characters, this one was utilizing the digits. And while the third paper, which is our base paper as well, it has utilized temporal classification to develop a time series model and to recognize handwritten characters moving from left to right in a time series based model. So basically, the three papers differentiate themselves clearly on the basis of recognizing words, characters, and all sentence together. What we are trying to implement here is that we recognize the whole sentence and then move to the next sentence also, because you might have written down or jotted down a whole paragraph on a piece of paper. We don't just want to recognize a single word or character. We want to recognize the whole line, and maybe in the future scope we can move to recognizing each line and the whole paragraph itself. So coming to the next point, this is our problem statement. Our problem statement, basically, as I discussed earlier, is based on the fact that there are a lot of handwritten material and we need to store that in a proper way. Students each day fill a lot of forms, fill a lot of details. Colleges and all the government institutions as well have to maintain large chunks of files and so many papers in there, and it gets in a lot of hassle just to find one piece of paper when it's needed. So this is why we have chosen this problem statement, that we wanted to solve the handwritten materials to the text. This is our problem statement. कट कर दे यहाँ पे.
This is our implementation part. We have used two models. First model to detect the words, second model to recognize the words. We are passing the output of first model to our second model. We have In our first model, we have given the path of the image. That image is being sent to our pre-processing function. The pre-processing image then is being sent to our detection model. That detection model give us the coordinates of every word in a sentence. That coordinates are being plotted on the image. For example, you can see here we are taking the coordinates and cutting the word image of in the sentence. These word image are then being sent to our second model. We have taken IM handwriting dataset for training in our second model. This function gave us the text and image from the IM handwriting dataset. Then we have declared the pre-processing function for the image of the dataset. The dataset is being divided into three parts: training, validation, and testing. We have used this training dataset for training our model. These are some hyperparameters we have used. This is our architecture of our model. We have used convolutional max pooling as well as last layer as softmax layer. This is a summary of our model, how it looks. As we have already trained our model, we are just loading our weights in our model. The image that we get from our first model is being sent to our second model. We are pre-processing every image of word here and sending them to the our model, second model, to predict an output. This is an example of our output, as you can see. This is our research paper that includes the detailed overview of all the things we have done, like the implementation of both the models in detail, what we did to get the best result for both the models. We have published this research paper in the International Journal of Scientific Research in Engineering and Management. This is all about our project. Thank you.